Here we are back. What episode is this? Does anybody
I
know?
think it's 47 or 48.
47.
47. Yeah, 47.
That
Looking at the old calendar, I do believe that's it.
that's my age.
No.
Yeah. So, anywho, just like America was founded on dreams. Yeah. Episode number 47. We always start each episode with what's new, what's been going on. I'll just say that I recently went to see Cat Williams, the world
Comedian.
famous comedian.
Yeah.
I've got a rant coming later on in this episode. That's all I'm going to say at this minute.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What does he have to do with music?
Well, it's not necessarily that he's a musician, although he
Okay.
did have musicians, I guess you could call them musicians, open up for him. But he does perform at venues that a lot
Okay.
of musicians would perform at.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's where my rant's going to be. What's up with you? You got anything new, Amanda?
No. I really don't. Hey, what's going on with your wall back there? Did you do some like interior decoration or what?
So no, this wall's always been here since the house was built.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
But my desk used to be over there in that corner, and I just moved my desk into the middle of the room so that I have my wall behind me. I have a couple guitars hanging up. I have an amplifier right here, and over here
Fancy.
I have the my keyboard that I have no clue how to
Fancy.
use.
Oh, well,
But
I'm
I-
sure it looks cool anyway.
It does look cool.
Yeah.
It does look very
I
cool.
thought maybe the wife just sheetrocked you into the room there.
That would
So
be.
you-
Well,
so you didn't-
when my desk was over against this wall, the same wall, because my door to my office is over here, my desk was there, which was fine. I liked it because it opened up the entire room to collecting garbage and not being organized. So, plus, when I had my camera on, you have the light from the big window just blocking out everything, and so I decided to change it up a little bit, get cleaned up, get organized.
Change
Nice.
is good.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to keep the color, though. I don't know if I like that, but, for now anyway.
Yeah.
Purple,
Cool.
Right. I'm just thinking about deep clear.
deep clear.
Yeah, it's my favorite color.
It's a great color.
Yeah.
Matches with everything.
What's new with you, Rick?
Just trying to work on some song ideas. And
Some ideas?
Ideas, yeah.
Ideas.
Yeah. No, and I started on my other thing back here. You probably see in the back of me.
Yeah, I can see it. Are you going to start DJing, like EDM? What's going on?
No, that is my. I've always had the 88 key piano there. It's a Casio. I think it's a 320 SE 320. Not really sure. Nice piano, but it also has MDI stuff in it, so I can do some stuff. So what I did was I kept on. Anytime I want to create like backing tracks, I use the. I have the native instrument machine Mark III sitting there that I've always put underneath my desk, and I would take it out and do things, have to put it away, take it out, and I just got tired of doing that. So and then I got my 24-inch monitor next to it, which is, you can see that right there. I don't know.
Yeah, wow, you're doing some
So-
reorganizing.
Yes, so I got that out of underneath my desk. So now I can start working on some stuff again, get back to the groove.
I
as
had
they say.
I had my my DBX 286. I had it mounted underneath my keyboard tray on this desk, and I thought, oh, this would be great. It'll be out of the way but easily accessible. And I kept banging my knees on it. I hated it. I couldn't sit comfortably at my desk, and I'm like, okay, so I moved that, and now that sits off to the side. So hopefully the knobs don't get messed with.
Yeah.
Wow, this introduction took a nerdy turn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it did.
I mean, if you had come to the podcast with some new things going on, you could participate, but you didn't.
I mean, I do, but I just don't have all the nerdy equipment, all the high tech, whatever. I don't have any of it. I can't even work my Mac, you guys. I don't even know how it works.
Wow.
It's yeah,
Wow.
it's an ordeal.
Well,
Yeah.
not everybody in the family can have the techie genes.
Nope. Nope.
Well, why don't we get the show rolling?
Okay. Do. Amanda, you got anything? Still nothing?
What?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Welcome back to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast, your favorite guitar and music related podcast, brought to you by three people of the same family, and only one of them truly know what they're talking about while the rest of us pretend. I'm Tim. I'm not one who knows what he's talking about. And I'm on microphone number one. Microphone number two, that's our dad. That's Rick. Rick, how are you doing?
Not too bad. Hanging in there.
Hanging in there?
Yep.
Another week?
Another week. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
Do you know? Well, hold on. First, before I get into that, let's introduce Mike number three.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's not forget the most important mic number, okay?
Right. That one's, hold on a second. How do I turn that one off? It's my sister, Amanda.
Rude.
How are you?
I'm doing okay, but I feel like I missed the memo.
What's the memo?
The memo, I seem to see that Tim, you're wearing a Fender shirt and Dad is wearing a Gibson shirt.
It's the Battle of the Axes.
It is.
I missed them. To be honest, I don't even own a
I
guitar
was gonna
shirt.
say,
So
which one would you get? We'd have to get you like a Taylor or something.
Well, your birthday's coming up.
yeah, sure.
All I got was a lousy T-shirt.
No. It'd have to be Tanglewood, right?
Yeah,
'Cause that's
Tanglewood. I
yeah,
Right.
can't even imagine that's on a T-shirt.
probably not.
I don't know if they. I don't know if they have any.
Even if they did, I'd walk around. People would be like, "What's Tanglewood mean?" It's a band.
I can get you-
They rock, man.
How about a Tay shirt?
Tay.
Tay-Tay?
Yeah.
Pote
No,
Tay.
Tay.
Tay. No.
Taylor.
Oh.
Just
No.
Taylor guitars.
shirt.
I don't know.
You have to choose between one of the two.
Well, the good news is my birthday isn't for a little bit, so you guys have plenty of time to plan and discuss. So
Okay.
I'll leave it there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So going back to kind of the intro, one person here that really knows what they're talking about and does a good job. That I've been dropping older episodes onto YouTube just to kind of establish some credibility there so that we can get the Pandemic Guitar Podcast listed as a podcast on YouTube. And if you've been listening from the beginning, you know that there were a couple of episodes where I changed the beginning music to something different than the normal intro. And it's music that Rick actually produced. He played every bit, piece, and part of it. But it was so good that it got flagged for copyright.
What?
Did it really?
Yes.
Wow.
How?
Yeah, so
But how-
I think episode number 10 was like Canon in D or something like that. I'd have to.
Are you? Oh yeah, I told you that might be.
Yeah, I was
That
like,
might-
it's got to be different enough, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have to go back and basically just cover that piece. And then there's another one, and I don't remember what it was, but I think it's like 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there. And I'm like, no whammy. I'm going to press my luck. I want to see what happens. Because
Yeah.
honestly, YouTube can suck a goose egg. They really can. I'm just trying to provide another platform to have fun and, make people's ears bleed. But if YouTube doesn't want us there, that's fine by me. That's less work that I've got to do.
Yeah. So what was episode 16? You said, right?
I think it was. I know it either just came out today or well, I guess today would be technically Thursday. So by the time you're listening to this, it would have been one of the episodes that released on YouTube this week.
So instead of going in there and covering it up and changing it, why don't you just scrap the whole episode? If we're talking about it on this podcast and we're explaining, why they're not all there. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Because
I feel like it's more work for you.
Actually, let me take that back. I think this last one I may have covered it up already. Because it literally, all I'm doing is taking our audio, bringing it into YouTube, posting our logo on top of the audio, and that's your hour-long video.
So somebody at YouTube is literally listening to all of these?
I don't know. Yeah, probably the robot that scours every
do that?
episode for copyright.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, I do have to go back. So if you're listening, hey, you know what? Hey, if you want the raw, unedited, the good stuff, listen to us on Spotify or Apple. If you want I've got to make changes to appease YouTube, go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that
Yes.
was funny.
I did too.
I thought you were going to say that we got copyrighted on the intro that Dad created.
Now that would be hilarious.
Yeah. That's why I was
Wow.
shocked. I was like, what? But no, I could understand that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We haven't gotten hit on the intro music. Or the original composition of music news or music history.
Oh, thank God for that. 'Cause we own those.
Wow. I can understand that one it was around Christmas time and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But still, I changed it up.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough probably.
Yeah, well, I mean, it flagged me for copyright, or flagged us for copyright on that episode, but it's like, this is not a strike, and then it gives you a couple of options, like you can either dispute it, you can change it, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just go back in, I'll just cover up the 30-second piece of music with our intro. It'll take me 2 minutes.
Right. Well, the regular intro, that is definitely, I created that from scratch. I'll argue that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the timestamps and I actually have the music and I have
But
the
it's-
sheet music and the score for it.
It's just crazy though, because, and I know that YouTube is not the topic of conversation, but it's just crazy how many people are creating content on YouTube where they're playing music videos and they're doing reaction videos, and there's people doing covers of songs, and like,
Right.
are they just getting the strikes and being like, so what?
No, because I think you get 3 strikes, you're done.
3 strikes, you're done. But some of these content creators out there are doing nothing but copyright. I mean, they're basically playing the whole song, even
Right.
whether if they break it up and they're like, oh, here's a minute and 50 seconds. Okay, pause. I'm going to talk about it. Here's another 50 seconds. Okay, pause. I'm going to talk about it. They're still playing the whole song. What's the difference between that and us using a 15, 20 second, not even the original, a reproduction created by you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm almost wondering, are these content creators, I wonder, do they have like a really large YouTube following?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I will almost wonder if it has something to do with that. So like they brush it off because they know that these people are bringing in massive amounts of people to YouTube. But if it's like smaller content creators who have like nobody following them, or like whatever, under 500 or whatever, then they're going to be like more, picky about it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to continue to put our episodes up on YouTube. It is listed as a podcast on YouTube. However, I was thinking that it was just a way to stream our audio through what used to be Google Podcasts. Now it's YouTube Podcasts. No, what they're doing is they're taking your audio and creating a video with your logo on top. And I'm like, well, if I would have known that, I just wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Because basically a YouTube podcast is a video playlist of your episodes. So,
Right.
Okay. Anyway, we're there on YouTube now. I'm going to be dropping one episode a day, weekdays only, until a very specific episode number. And then we're going to be on track. More to follow. Suspense. Everybody loves suspense.
Yep. Wow.
So stay tuned for that.
You know what? We need a contest. We need you need to put something like an Easter egg in one of these episodes of like all these ones that you upload, and then whoever finds it first, okay? Finds that Easter egg, wins something, probably just, street puddle stickers.
Yeah, I don't
but-
know how much time you think I have.
Well, I mean, it's not that difficult. I mean, if you have time to scrub out a little section of the podcast, I mean,
The content's already created, so it's literally, for me, it's just bring it in, add the logo, and send it.
okay.
It'll probably get a little bit more difficult in the near future, but for now, that's how it is. So anyway,
yeah.
Wow. I still can't believe it. I'm just,
you're going to be stuck on that this whole episode.
I know. Wow.
Yeah. So you can go to all your friends and brag, I'm so good, I get flagged for copyright.
Oh, geez. I can't believe that. I cannot.
But
Sorry.
but it's weird because it's not a strike. It's just flagged for copyright.
Well, because they don't know. They don't know that I created the drum track, the pianos and everything from MDI.
Right.
I mean, it's all MIDI.
yeah.
It's all MIDI stuff. It's,
And I figured
it's not-
there was enough of a change that it wouldn't get flagged, but whatever, to each
Right.
their own.
and
Like,
and
hey-
I didn't even do the solo that they did.
Right. Yeah, well, it
I just-
only played for a few seconds. But you know what? Hey, if YouTube doesn't want us, their loss.
Right.
Yeah.
If Facebook
just-
doesn't want us, their loss. I don't care.
It just bugs me. I mean, with these copyright stuff. I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but if you change it up, I didn't say it was my own, but I did create everything from scratch.
Yeah.
So, and now all of a sudden they say, "Oh, hey, well, it was too good." I'm like,
It must
Wow.
be
That should
the
be a
original.
compliment.
Yeah.
I know it should, but
So anyway, if you are listening to an episode and or looking at it and it's kind of weird, something with the intro doesn't seem right, that's why, because I had to change it.
okay, we know.
So anyway, what else are we talking about today? Let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought, since yesterday was Mother's Day, happy belated Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, including fur mamas. Yeah, why not?
Fur
You got
mamas.
dogs, you got cats, you got birds, whatever. Happy Mother's Day. And so it just kind of got me thinking, who is considered like the mother of like rock and roll? So I did some research. I didn't even know if this was like a thing. So I did some research. And I actually found that kind of like the general consensus on that is that the godmother, so practically mother, same thing, kind of, right? Of rock and roll is Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Have either of you heard of her?
Yes.
No, I have not. But is this the mother that Danzig was singing about?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't
I
know
don't
that
know either.
song? Okay, never mind.
No. Was that a joke?
Well, I was trying to be funny, but if you don't know Danzig's mother, then it doesn't
Went
work.
over
No.
both of our heads, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, trying to get my pilot's license here.
Yeah, so I was looking into her because I had obviously not heard of her before. And basically, she was just a guitarist who came to fame in the 1930s, and she was known for creating the genre known as pop gospel, which is new for me because I didn't know that was a genre leading up to rock and roll. I guess it kind of makes sense because there was an article out there that said rock and roll kind of started with gospel and what was it? Gospel and like blues or something, or like it's like the combination of God. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, music evolves.
Yeah.
And so it's
Right.
basically,
It moves along.
yeah, so you got
Right.
two genres that merged to create a new genre.
Yeah, so she was
Right.
known for kind of creating that pop gospel genre. She's known for her nifty guitar skills and her husky voice. Big names like Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, and Johnny Cash all contribute their, musical influence toward her. And I guess Chuck Berry kind of, I don't know, kind of maybe stole a little kind of riff that she originally wrote for one
I
of
didn't-
his, I think it was the Johnny B. Good song, just the very beginning of it. It's very similar to another song that she plays. Anyway, so he kind of pays homage to her in that sense. And he's really upfront about it and says,
Well, wait a second.
what? Well, no,
I-
this isn't YouTube.
No, I know, but I hear copyright here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Chuck Berry stole
This
the
was
riff.
this was before YouTube.
This
days.
No, I know, but
I
was
shouldn't say stole.
pre-Napster.
Oh,
Yeah, Napster or LimeWire. Oh,
Or
jeez.
LimeWire.
Oh man, it used to take like 2 hours or 3 hours just to download one song.
It used to take days because like mom would pick up the phone and call somebody. I'm like, Mom,
Yeah.
I'm on the internet.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway,
That's how
she's kind
that's how you knew the phone was gonna ring. Your speakers on your computer would go, "Bzz," and then the phone would ring. Do you
I remember
that?
those days.
Yeah.
a long time ago. Okay, so anyway, so Dad knows who Sister Rosetta Tharpe is because when I was talking with him on the phone earlier, he knew exactly what kind of guitar she played, and I was like, I don't know, is that right? Is that correct? I looked it up, and I was like, yeah, he was pretty much like right on target with it. So I have added a little photo of her, which I think is a pretty like BA photo, and she's playing. What is that, Dad?
That's the Gibson SG.
Gibson
custom.
SG. Okay, yeah. She looks like a church lady, and she's got this killer guitar.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
she looks pretty cool. And I ended up listening to a few of her songs this afternoon, and they're pretty like they're toe tappers for sure.
They're toe tappers.
Yeah, both toes. So I which just kind of got me to thinking like who. Well, first of all, I guess Dad, what do you know about her? Like her guitars or her guitar playing skills?
Not much, other than that she played the Gibson SG.
But she
was a-
also played the Gibson Les Paul, right?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
But there is a picture out there where she's playing a Gibson. I believe it's probably a very old one, probably a 57 or 58 Gibson Les Paul, because it had the bridge, the tailpiece was the famous 2-wire type tailpiece on it instead of just the tail stop. But the other thing is that it had P90s in it, which was common back then. I mean, you can still get them today, the P90s, but for that picture was an older picture, and it's definitely an older Gibson. But she's noted for her Gibson SG, though.
Yeah.
She must have had some money, to haul around 2 Gibson guitars and a Vox amp that looks exactly like the ones you can buy today. So it doesn't look like they've changed much.
Well, Vox was big as an amplifier company back then.
Yeah, but
So-
just based off what you can see in the picture, and obviously you can't see everything, but
Right.
looks exactly like a Vox amp that you would go into the store and buy today.
Yeah, I think all of them look the same. I don't think there's been much changes in the design of the cabinet or the faceplate or anything like that on Voxes.
Yeah, it looks like she saved some money on the guitar strap, though.
Why do
What?
you say that?
I don't know. It just looks really thin. And I could be wrong. I mean, it's
don't
a
know.
black and white picture, but it almost looks like a piece of rope or a belt or something.
Oh,
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. Do we know if Gibson ever endorsed her or anything?
I have no idea.
I didn't look into that. I didn't think to look into that, but I guess she was very loyal to Gibson. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but I also don't know. So
I mean, you have to be. I think we talked about this before, where Gibsons were a lot cheaper than what they were today or what they are today, but at the same time, your median income was much lower than
Right.
compared to today. So I'm sure that they were still expensive guitars back then.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think that they would have endorsed her because when we did in March for Women's History Month, didn't you, Tim, talk about a gal that was like the first Gibson ambassador?
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
Can't remember her
Yeah.
name. Can't remember her name.
Yeah, I can't remember either. But yeah, that was a thing. So then, yeah, I would say probably not.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I mean, give her a listen. She's got some great tunes out there. Anyway, so it also got me to thinking, like, who would you say if you had to think of like who do you consider like the mother of, either somebody who you think maybe paved the way for the guitar or just like a certain genre? Anyone?
I just now saw this question. I didn't see
course.
it prior to recording, so I
This is
was
the story
able
of
to
Tim's life, everybody.
Wow.
If he leads you to believe that he's got any sort of grasp on this podcast, he's lying because Dad and I both need to go to the chiropractor because our backs are killing us.
Well, in all
Yeah.
fairness, I'm not the only one that waited to the last minute to put notes in.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So careful.
I waited to the last minute too. So
Let's call a spade
Dad
a
just
spade.
Dad just had a you. Hey, you can't use that. That's mine. You can't use that.
Oh, I can't.
Well,
my bad.
Copyright.
Oh,
Copyright.
let's call a turtle a turtle.
Yep. There you go.
okay. So Amanda, what were your picks?
Okay, so I picked two. I picked Stevie Nicks for one.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I don't know. I just think when you think of like, I don't know, like maybe she's more of like
Fleetwood Mac.
a gypsy mother. I don't know. Like I just think she kind of paved the way for a lot of like, because Fleetwood Mac prior to that was just like a blues. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually prefer earlier Fleetwood Mac, prior to like Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, but. I don't know. I guess she was just like the first person I thought about, and then also Janis Joplin. You know?
Janis Joplin was pretty when I was growing up was pretty a pretty
Popular.
big influence.
Yeah.
Big influence on the music scene stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff out there.
And I'm not sure that she played guitar, but I just from like a musical standpoint, like, I don't know. When you think of like what 70s rock and roll, I just kind of think of her too,
Right. I don't know if she played the guitar. I don't know if I did. Stevie Nicks play the guitar. She might have played the acoustic.
Yeah.
I'm not
I don't
100%
know.
sure.
Now I don't know. Maybe the acoustic here and there. I don't know.
And Janis Joplin, I've never seen with a
Guitar.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not. I mean, it's possible.
She had a great voice though. She was very talented.
Yep.
It's a shame
What
she
about-
had such a short life.
What about Freddie Mercury? I mean, he was a
Yeah.
queen.
Yeah. I think it counts. Yeah.
Yep.
He had great voice.
Oh yeah, he did.
Great talent. Very great talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I almost kind of wanted to say like Stevie Nicks would be a good one. Like Heart would be another one, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those.
Barracuda.
Yeah.
Oh, copyright.
Yeah. Don't. Spiky tailed fish.
Spiky tail fish.
Spiky tailed fish with teeth. Dun 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 dun. Spiky tailed fish with
You
teeth.
have to change it.
Oh.
Okay.
D.
All right, I found out some information. Janis Joplin did play the guitar. It was a Gibson acoustic,
Oh. Well, there
and
you
she used it on Bobby McGee. Was the name of the song?
go. Okay, that makes sense.
And I remember that song.
Okay.
I forgot
all
about it
about-
until just now. And
She and Bobby McGee.
A lot of Gibson going on. A lot of people love the Gibsons, huh?
yep,
I don't know
back
why.
then.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, I mean, Dad, what are your picks? Do you have a pick?
I probably would have picked about the same. I would have picked Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
Didn't think much about it really until we started the episode here.
Okay. Well,
Um,
minus 10 points.
yeah,
He's
that's
pulling
the
up
story
the
of my
Google
life.
right now. He's pulling up the Google.
Yeah, I am.
Chat
I'm just looking
GPT.
around here.
Who
Um,
are
Or the
female
Schmoogle. The
guitarists?
Schmoogle.
Yeah.
Copyright.
The Schmoogle.
The Schmoogle?
The
Yeah.
cluck cluck go.
I'm just trying to stay out of the copyright thing, you know.
Yeah, it's probably
I don't
smart.
think that we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna have an issue with just randomly saying stuff.
I hope not, because then
I-
you're gonna have to bleep out like everything.
Right. Well, we're done here, not because we want to be, but because we literally can't say anything without
Dang it.
copyright.
Yeah. Hi, folks. How you doing? Okay, we can't say anything. Goodbye.
What's new? Nothing. Okay, bye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I'm still having a hard time with it. I'll get over it, though.
Yeah.
I hope so.
All right, I'm
Bridge.
over it.
Build a bridge. Okay. Anyway, so that was my little thing
I like it.
for Mother's Day, whatever, godmother of rock and roll, mother of rock and roll. You know, I'm sure everybody's got a different opinion on it. If you disagree with us, we don't care. But whatever.
what I was gonna
Send us
say.
your suggestions
Yeah, you
if
can-
you disagree.
Go ahead and send it to junkmail@pandemicguitar.com.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
I don't, actually, that we don't even have that domain, so send it to whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't care.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
somebody asked at one point
Oh, yeah.
in the time between last episode and this episode, best genre to learn on guitar, or
Yep.
learn. Is it learn on
Learn.
guitar or to learn guitar?
Learn on guitar.
Learn on. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. In
Pop
other words,
gospel.
somebody.
Pop gospel? Pop gospel.
Pop
Pop
gospel.
gospel.
Yeah.
I
That's probably easy,
Okay.
right? Oh.
I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, Sister
TV
Rosetta Tharpe
theme
is.
songs.
Yes,
What?
but she's been playing for a while.
Well, she was. I don't know. Is she still alive? I forgot to check.
No,
No
70,
way.
72.
She passed
Nine-
away in 72?
Yeah, heart attack.
Oh, that makes sense
that'd
because
be-
she was, yeah, that makes sense.
What in her
Um,
50s?
Yeah.
Huh? What?
No, 40s, wouldn't it?
What?
I-
4, 5, 6, no 50s. Be in her
Which one?
50s. Talking about
Rosetta?
Yeah, Rosetta. There you go.
What about her?
She passed away in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 72, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
okay.
makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, heart attack.
Yikes.
Not fun.
Anyhow.
So
Okay.
somebody asked you.
Yeah.
What the easiest?
Back on subject here.
Okay.
Okay. I hope this isn't a copyright infringement.
It is.
What are we going to name
Definitely
this? Like,
is.
and we're canceled.
Pretty soon, like it's just everything. We're just gonna be talking, and then Tim's gonna have to like beep, 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 beep.
I won't
Yep.
do it. I'm not
Everything
going to
out.
do it. Like I said,
Anyhow.
if the platform don't want to allow it,
Yeah.
suck a goose
Sayonara.
egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I think if you're gonna learn guitar, the easiest place to start is learning. Pick a few songs that are like, I would say, pop, rock, or folk. They usually only have 3 or 4 chords, maybe two or three chords in them, and learn those and go from there. That's basically what it amounts to, in my opinion.
Definitely learn how to play Wonderwall, and then go to your nearest guitar box.
Wonderwall. Oh,
Oasis.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Do it
yeah.
while they're still around.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll get to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, using that, and I don't know why I kind of forgot about this, but for me, just about anything Johnny Cash or Tom Petty is like 3 or 4 chords, and it's
Right.
just kind of figuring out the strumming pattern and stuff like that.
right. And I agree with that. Also, the older Beatles stuff, back when they like Meet the Beatles,
Like
everything
when
was
they were
three.
larvae,
Huh?
or whatever baby beetles are. I don't know, larvae.
Oh, the larvae. Yeah. No, we're not talking about the real insects.
Like you're like the old Beatles, or the
The
young
old
Beatles.
Beatles before they were Beatles.
Yeah.
The larvae.
The
The larvae. Oh, anyhow, copyright strike. No,
I wonder if that's a band.
copyright
be a
strike.
band.
I bet it is.
yeah, could be.
Please,
No,
please
I
be
would
a
say,
band.
even the Beatles songs. A lot of the stuff. When they first came out, they had 2 or 3 chords, mostly 3 chords. Very easy stuff to learn.
Well,
And
most
then
of
as
their stuff was written on piano first, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it was guitar too. I mean, but there was some on piano, And I think as they learned more about music and theory and stuff like that, they started changing it up and mixing it, and they went to from really easy stuff to very complex stuff.
Okay, so if you're saying like, like rock, songs with like 3-4 chords, which there are a million out there, right? So
Right.
you kind of get used to that. You get comfortable. You're looking to kind of move up a level. Then where do you go?
Well, there's a few things you can go. I mean, one of the things is you can look at other, like you can look at the blues and stuff like that, where this you can learn about the seventh chords, you can learn about the ninth chords and stuff like that. And it's a little more complicated, but everything takes time.
Years and years of practice.
Yeah, but I would, to be perfectly honest with you, if I started out that way, if I was starting out again, I would start learning the bar chords. I start learning the cowboy, as I call cowboy chords, the open chords, and I'd learn power chords. Those are the things that I would learn right off the bat, because a lot of rock guitarists use power chords.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, I mean, easiest, fastest way to get up and going, and then from there you keep on practicing and you learn more things. And
Or you can just get a whole lot of distortion and just bang on your strings, and you're Amanda's genre.
Exactly.
the metal,
Yeah.
yeah.
The metals.
Heavy.
The Metals.
Yeah.
The metals. Yeah.
You're listening to The Metals. Slow Metal 101.
Angry music for happy people.
Sit back and get angry. And road rage. Oh, all right, cool.
That's
Hey, let's you want to move into music news?
Yeah. Speaking of metal.
It's time for music news.
No copyright strike on that one.
Better not be. It took me forever to write that.
That is originality right
That is
there.
that I'm sure somebody's like, but we've used that before. I've never heard it. That's always the thing for me when you're like, okay, writing music. There's no way you can possibly know every single song
No.
ever written. So how do you write something and know it's original?
Not to mention half the pop songs out there, it's like they sound like the other ones. It's like, well, somebody got the
Yeah, but
idea
they're-
from some,
they're-
you know what I
those-
mean?
But see, those
Right.
are all owned by the record company, so they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
True.
Let's Walt Disney this. People like it when you sing about your last boyfriend. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
Yep.
a little bit. You better break up with that one. We need another hit. Daddy's got to get a payday.
Oh, as we go off the deep end.
Okay. All right. All right. So, hey, I don't know if anybody knew this, but you no longer need instruments to create your own music.
I know that.
Canadian music producer known as Fontaine
Yeah,
Fountain?
Fontaine or Fontaine. Yeah.
used a spaghetti sauce stained Tupperware and rubber bands to create an entire metal song, and the internet is actually going wild over it. Did you guys watch the video?
I did. I did.
TikTok is blowing up over it.
Clever. Okay.
Yeah.
But there's another group of guys that take like vacuum cleaners and oscillating fans, and they make techno.
Really?
That is so much more entertaining than this was. Like, I thought it was cool that he's literally taking a spaghetti stained Tupperware container with some paper clips, or not paper clips, but
Rubber bands.
rubber bands, and
Yeah.
stretching the rubber band and flipping it over and tapping and scratching, and he's just making sounds. He's recording sounds, and then he's bringing it into his computer. He's processing everything, and he's making a song. Cool. I don't understand why the internet's going wild over it.
Yeah, I think it's deceiving because when I first saw the article, I thought it was just purely Tupperware and rubber bands, and then I watched the video, and he's a music producer, so he put it all into a system, very
Yes,
technical
a DAW.
system. Yeah,
Okay,
and it
so-
but it totally sounded like an actual like metal band created a song. So I get
Okay.
that, but
So that's called dirty metal, right?
no, it's what's the word? What's the word?
Right.
No.
So
Oh, no.
so no, if you use clean Tupperware, you'd have a clean metal song, right?
Dad jokes are on fire right
The
now.
Got It bus just left. You missed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Zoom.
You can call me Captain America. I'm a pilot now.
Anyway, so Dad, did you watch that video?
No, I did not.
Okay,
I
well-
sorry.
I thought,
Minus
okay,
10
I
points.
thought it was cool, but I didn't go crazy over it.
Yeah.
I'm not a metal guy anyway, but I did love the creativity.
Yeah. Yeah. I think too it's kind of like when you say music is subjective, I think so are TikTok videos.
Yeah, but
Right, I
yeah,
mean,
but
but you
It's like
could-
not
you could-
everybody
let me-
finds the same thing funny.
let me ask you a question. For years, I could have. I got a machine, a Mach 3 back here. It's a sequencer. It's made by Native Instruments.
Oh.
No, Native Instruments. But the thing is, that's what the thing does. Is you can take and you can slice and dice a vinyl record, and you can take bits and pieces and swap them around and do things with it and create all sorts of different music with it. I mean, this is nothing new.
No,
been around forever.
It's not. But
yeah.
nobody. Here's the thing.
Nobody's done it with Tupperware.
Nobody has done it on social media with Tupperware. The next person's going to do it with toilet paper rolls. The person after that is going to do it with different boxes of cereals.
Yeah,
It's just
true.
a new,
Yeah.
you just got to have a different product, a different genre, and you create a video, and people go wild over it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I
that
know.
too. This guy's from Canada, and I don't think there's a lot to do in Canada.
Well, yeah,
so
you
it's
can't
probably
afford to
another reason.
eat,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's nothing to do there.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
So I think it was
Eh?
cool. I liked it. Not going nuts over it.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Onward. Next one. John Lennon's long lost acoustic 12-string guitar known as what is it? Framus Hootenanny?
Framus Hootenanny.
has finally been located after having been stored in an elderly couple's home in Britain. What is it with these? What is it with the British people?
Didn't we talk about it? What did he do? Just like wander all over Britain in his young days? Oh, this guitar's heavy. I think I'll just leave it here. Maybe I'll find it in a few years, eh? I mean, well, they won't let me bring this guitar into the pub. I'll leave it here at this guy's house.
No,
This old guy's
was
house.
what was the other one? Oh, Paul McCartney's. That was
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
base.
Paul-
They found his
it's
base.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of Beatles like,
You know what?
let's play a game of hide and go instrument.
the- you guys,
Where'd
the
you put it?
Beatles.
Oh, crap,
the
I don't
Beatles,
remember.
The Beatles are finding more long lost things than Curse of Oak Island.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, ouch.
They're actually finding treasure.
More treasure, but Oak Island has definitely found more wood.
100%. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They're sitting on a gold mine alone with the wood.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially the price of wood is expensive.
We're not.
Yeah.
Jokes on you. We're not digging for gold. We've got 7 million toothpicks sitting right here. We're rich.
Anyway. Okay, so all right, back to John Lennon, you guys. Come on. The guitar was used while recording the Beatles albums Help and Rubber Soul.
Yep.
The guitar is set to go on auction and could go for anywhere from $800K to $900K.
I think that'll go higher. I think.
Yeah, I think so, too.
that's low. I think.
Yeah.
I think an appraiser is sitting there saying, "Yeah, in today's economy, whatever." But I bet you there's somebody that just struck it good with crypto, and they're
Yeah.
gonna come out of the market and be like, "I shall give you 500 Bitcoin."
Yeah. Yeah. There was actually kind of a cool picture of a Ringo Starr got a hold of it, so he was holding it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of see him with that. But yeah, what is it with all these elderly people just storing like famous guitars in their attics? and
Well, they
just-
knew how much they would be worth one day.
It's called hoarding.
well,
Well-
yeah, that too.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Apparently, these people had no idea.
But
They had absolutely no
it,
idea.
It wasn't the throwaway country or, the throwaway world, I guess, that it is now. Like now everything's
Yeah,
disposable,
true.
throw everything away. 50 years ago, you didn't throw anything away because
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can probably find a
That's
use
true.
for it.
that's true. Yeah. So
I got these
anyway.
old PS2 mouse cables. I know they're coming back. Windows is bringing it back. They're bringing it's going to be PS2 Phase 2, and I've got the cables.
Do you still have your old
VGA all
Nintendo
the
cartridges
way.
too?
I wish I did. There's nothing
worth a lot of
better-
money.
Not worth a lot, but there's nothing better than classic Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yep. Okay. Okay. This one actually might take a bit. This is our final one here. Pandemic Guitar's go-to store, Guitar Box.
I
To start,
don't know if it's the go-to
Okay, all right.
store.
Yeah,
fair
I'm not-
enough.
yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. It's really the only store we talk about.
I
Guitar
don't
Box.
want people jumping to conclusions here.
Yeah.
Okay. They are going to start prioritizing, quote, premium, unquote, products over $300 guitars. The Guitar Box CEO states his stores no longer feel like the right place for the serious musician. He essentially plans to make his stores feel like a playground where pricey places. What did I write? Where pricey prices?
Super
Where
pricey
pricey-
prices. Here at Guitar Center.
Where pricey pieces are no longer locked up on the top shelf and can now be played. What do we think about that? This new business plan, this new approach.
I think it's bad news.
Okay. Well, here's my question: is if they're going to start bringing the pricey stuff from off the top shelf, does this just open the door literally for theft, like more theft in the stores?
Could be, yeah. And not only that,
I think they're having theft. I mean, I think it depends on the store's location. Some locations are just going to be more prone to theft, whether you have the $50 or the $100 guitar on the floor, or if you have the $3,000 guitar on the floor. But those locations that have higher crime rates, they're going to have people who are paid to be security at the door.
Yep. 100%.
I
Yeah.
love the idea. I love the concept. But first off, you can't just, in my opinion, being the somewhat local guitar store, if you sit there and say, hey, maybe make your $300, I think you're still going to need the $200 to $300 guitars. Maybe just make that section a little bit smaller so that you can make an area for that expensive stuff. Make your platinum room or whatever you have to do. But I think with some of the venues, especially our local one, they're going to have to sacrifice space. So what are they going to do? Get rid of their live stage performance section? Get rid of their
No.
drum section? They don't have the physical space to do what he's talking about doing
right.
in our store. So
Yeah.
Right. The other thing I think is going to be a problem is you're really going to take down from the upper shelf a $6,000 Gibson Les Paul for somebody to play it and bang it around and scratch it or something like that. And then when you have somebody that's seriously looking at it, they're not going to discount the guitar. I find that hard to believe.
I think they're going to have to.
They don't do it now.
I know, but that's something that's going to have to change.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to have to change big time.
I think too, this whole thing is I don't think it's fair to people who are just getting into music and can't afford the premium products. You know what I mean? I think that's going to discourage that quite a bit.
I thought the exact same thing, but then I scour the FB marketplace looking for, and there's many of us that do. There's a mom and pop shop here in not in my town but close by, but they do the same thing. They scour the FB marketplace for people getting rid of their guitars so that they can bring it into their store and sell it as a used and make some money.
Right.
And you're starting to see less and less Schechters and Fenders. You'll see an occasional Squire for the same price that I could go buy it brand new at the Guitar Box. But you're starting to see people who bought these $50, $60 Amazon guitars being sold.
Right.
So I can kind of see the company willing to make the change because your online Amazon and stuff, they're taking that low end
Yep.
market away.
Yep.
They are.
So
Yeah.
I still think that you should have a very small selection of the $200 to $300, maybe even $200 to $400 range.
Yeah.
I think you still need that because for the non-professional but not beginner, such as myself, if I know that everything in your store costs $1,000, I'm never going to show up.
Right.
I'm not
Well, I mean,
even going
there's
to bother coming for strings.
there's a lot of buzz about this. Like even like what Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine spoke up about it. He made a comment basically.
Yeah.
Said that like he still uses his low end stuff all the time and he has no problem with it. And, like that's how he started out. And like not everybody can afford to go premium and you know,
Right.
I don't know. But also, I mean, on the flip side of that, I guess you kind of have to look at other companies like Street Puddle. Street Puddle that you know, they're kind of taking business away too. A lot of comments I'm reading. There's a overall consensus that a lot of people are moving to Street Puddle.
Oh yeah, I would much rather if I would much rather save my money all year, get in my car and make a 10-hour trip to Street Puddle, spend the day there, and then come back home and do that once a year. That would be like for me. That would be my Disney vacation or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I just go to the local store when I've got nothing else to do or I just need to pick up something here or there. I've never personally had a really great experience.
Yeah, I think the argument with that too is that with Street Puddle is that you get somebody who knows what they're talking about and somebody who's experienced with it, and then you go to Guitar Box and you have a 21-year-old that maybe hasn't even plucked the string of a guitar before or has very very little
and maybe
experience.
Maybe you go there and the guy or gal is a great musician, really knows the product, just has no idea what customer service is, doesn't know how to communicate with different people. And, if they're incentivized by commission, that's all they care about is the commission.
Yeah.
They
Right.
don't care about anything. You take that commission away because, hey, we're here to, have fun and enjoy music. And we're not going to do commission. We're just going to, well, now there's no incentive for them to sell. There's no incentive for them to talk to you or acknowledge your existence. Come on in. If you buy something, great. If not, I don't care. I'm going to get paid my X dollar wage.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think they can do whatever the heck they want, but I think they need to focus. They need to figure out how to get their customers back.
Yep.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times my biggest problem is you go down there and they like I go to Guitar Box and I might be looking for something and they don't have it,
Yeah.
and
But you
then,
can you can look up Street Puddle and they'll probably have it.
well, yeah, but I have to go out there. But the thing is that, if I'm interested in something, I go down there and I'm looking and I'm like, do you have this? And they're like, no, but we can get it. If you buy it, we can get it in for you. All I want to do is I'd like to try it
Right.
before I buy it, and they're like, oh, well, if we bring it in, you can, you can get your money back, I'm like, but why should I have to lay down my money to have it brought in?
Why do you have to and if you go to other places, it's like, hey, I really want this. Oh, we don't have it. It'll probably take 3-4 weeks to get in. Like, yeah, great. Order me one. All right. We'll charge you as soon as we ship it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would prefer to physically touch it, to look at the box or
Yep.
whatever before I put my money down, but I get it. And that's the other thing too. The reason why I went to the local store, whether it would be your Worst Buy or your Guitar Box, I go there because I want to walk in, get what I need, and take it home right now. If
Right.
I have to wait for you to order it for it to come in, I might as well have just stayed at home and ordered it online anyway.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to order it from the place that I know I'm going to get good customer service from.
Well, not only
Right.
that, you're going to get a free 2-year warranty.
But depending on the product and so on. So not everything gets a free 2-year warranty, but
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is that when I deal with Street Puddle, I'll ask a question. Like I asked a question about some product, and they got back to me. It took them 2 days, but the guy said to me, he says, "I don't know, but I'll have somebody get back to you." It took them 2 days to get back to me, but they did have the answer for me. It's not like Guitar Box where, no, we don't know. Sorry. Contact the manufacturer. It's like, that's not the way to do it. That's not PR. That's, I'm asking because I don't want to talk to the manufacturer. I want to talk to a person.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to a chat bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got a long way to go. I don't know if they can recover. I don't want the store, the local Guitar Box. I don't want them to go. I like that they're there for convenience. But if they do go, then you know what? That'll finally get me to go into some of these mom and pop shops that I've been meaning to go to.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think you should support local anyway, before. I mean, I get that it's not always convenient, but, because sometimes they have like weird hours.
You should support local when you can,
Right.
Here's my thing though, and I understand overhead and the cost of doing business and so on and so forth. But if it's twice as much, like if it's only $1 more for something to support the local business, okay, fine. But if it's twice as much, then I'm going to go to the big box retail or whatever, and I'm going to save, save some money. So there is a limit to where, okay, I'm willing to spend a little bit more to support, or compared to I'm not willing to spend that much more to support.
Yeah.
So real quick, to change the subject and to get our last and final topic out, my rant, I kind of want to talk about this real quick and just get your thoughts and opinions.
Okay.
So
no.
So I went because I was really excited about this. I wanted to see Cat Williams, comedian, if you don't know, and he's had some in the past. I've seen his specials. Really funny guy. Makes me chuckle, makes me laugh. Really excited about it. So I got tickets, and I paid good money for tickets, like good money, like better.
Joe Bonamassa.
Like Joe Bonamassa
we were
money?
probably closer to Cat Williams than Joe Bonamassa.
Wow.
So I paid good money. And I do realize who he is and the crowd, the environment, the people that would stereotypically be attracted to a comedian or an artist much like him. But when I pay good money to go to a venue to see somebody, that venue has rules that I need to follow. That's part of providing a safe, comfortable environment for everybody to enjoy a show.
Right.
So when you go through the front entrance, you're not allowed to bring certain things. And I'm just going to bring this up real quick because I don't want to call out the venue, but if you look it up, you can definitely find it. But they have a policy of prohibited items, and it's a long laundry list of items. The number one thing is alcohol, drugs, illegal substances, or any paraphernalia associated with drug use. Okay. They check your bags, everything, however, whatever. They have signs on the door that specify that there is, we'll scroll down here to the smoking policy that says smoking, including e-cigarettes, is not permitted in all public areas at the place of business, including the arena and the concourse. A designated outdoor area is provided on the north and south entrances. So I'm sitting there, and they have a couple comedians, they have a couple gals come out, and I think it was singing, but my ears hurt, so I don't know what it was. They had some more comedians, and I'm sitting in really good seats that I paid for, and there is just vape bombs of synthetic THC just going nuts. This place is getting so bad that like my nose is, my sinuses, like everything about me, I'm freaking out. I'm like, this is wrong.
Did you have the munchies?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's prohibited, right? So I go to the customer service and I say, hey, look, the main guy isn't on stage yet. I'm kind of upset. I paid good money for these seats that they didn't pay attention to. I'm really honestly thinking about leaving. They're like, well, we can't refund your ticket because you've already scanned it in. But their website says all sales are final. There are no refunds and exchanges. But then they tell me that, well, okay, you can only exchange it if you haven't used it. Okay, whatever. So they say, let's go to the guest services. I go to the guest services. And as we're walking to the guest services, we walk up the stairs and I stop. And I'm like, you smell it? It just smacked us in the face. He goes, yeah, oh, yeah, I smell it. And so then we go to guest services and I explain the situation to them. And they're like, well, we'll get you better seats. I'm like, okay. And then the lady's like, well, you're just going to get that. And you're going to smell that everywhere. It's everywhere. I'm like, okay.
It should be.
It is illegal in our state. It is against your policies. There's sheriffs here, and I get it. They're there to make sure that nobody gets into a fight or nobody hurts themselves. They're not there for speeding tickets and stupid stuff like that. I get it. But then they gave me a ticket on the opposite. They paid no attention to the ticket I bought. They gave me a replacement ticket on the other side of the stage, very top row. Okay, first off, if you would have paid attention, I paid good money for these seats. I didn't bring my binoculars because I didn't pay for crap seats. Second, smoke and vape and all that garbage, it rises. Mm-hmm. So do you think it was better in row Y compared to row C? No, it wasn't. So anyway, that's my rant. That establishment I will no longer go to because that's and I guess that's my problem. Are you going to support an establishment that's going to put down rules and then break them whenever they? Well, I mean, it's look at who you came to see. I mean, everybody's doing it. That doesn't make it right.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Absolutely, 100% does not make it right.
Yeah.
So those establishments. I mean, when we go see Joe Bonamassa, a much smaller event. But they have security people watching every 2 or 3 rows. Like they are strict. These are our policies, and they're watching for somebody to break it, and you're gonna get called out. Now the phone thing they loosened up on, but that's less annoying than vape bombs of synthetic THC going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I was pretty pissed, and and what's funny is as soon as Cat Williams came onto the stage, because I basically said I'm not taking these garbage seats. I went back down to the seats that I wanted to, but we didn't go back in until he took the stage. So we stayed out in the concourse where it was. So then Cat Williams came on. We heard it. We went down to our seats, and guess what they did?
Sold them.
No, they opened up the vents. And all of a sudden, it was clean air again.
Turned on the air,
Yeah, they opened up the vents. I'm like, why didn't you have them open the entire time? If you would have had them open the entire time, I probably wouldn't have even noticed. Or at least I would have seen it happening, but I wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. It was like it was almost like sitting in a car with Cheech and Chong.
I don't know what.
It was
you
bad.
see that everywhere here. It's called hotboxing. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
just
awful.
Like I get it. It's part in some ways part of the music scene and part of the comedy scene, part of whatever life. I don't care. But an establishment is supposed to provide a place with rules so that everybody can enjoy the show, the performance. And this establishment failed epically. So I'm not going to support them. So, not too many times that an artist that I would actually want to see goes there, but when they do, unfortunately, I won't go to see them because
why don't you call them out on this, man? Tag them and do all that.
You know what? I know I can, but I'm not going to. If you want to know more, just Google Des Moines, Iowa, Cat Williams. You can figure out everything else from there.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to get that rant out there. They're not, and then to top it off, I don't know if it was because I was frustrated or upset, but I didn't laugh once during his whole set.
Well, yeah, because it probably kind of like tainted the mood for you,
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. I was
Yeah.
upset. So anyway, that was my rant, and that's all I got. You want to get us out of here?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Hey kids, why don't you do yourself a favor and reach out to us? Yeah, that's right. Let us know your thoughts, give us ideas, or give Tim some tips on interior decorating. You can find us on Instagram at Pandemic Guitar, by email pandemicguitar@icloud.com, on Facebook, and also now on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, by the way. Until next time, keep on playing or don't. We won't tell.
There you go. Every notification, every subscribe helps. There you go.
Yeah,
There
I
you go.
subscribed. Did you subscribe, Dad?
I don't know. Did I?
Rude. Okay.
All right.
No, I did. I didn't go out to the YouTube page. I will.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
See
Goodbye
ya.
to
See
our
everybody in 2
Finland
weeks.
listeners and now our Japan listeners.
And our Mars listeners, we got listeners on
Yep.
Mars now.
Yeah, we do. We do. Yeah.
What's that new
All right.
planet that they found that's like Earth but doesn't have an atmosphere? We have listens there, so
Yeah. And also on Pluto. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Pluto, and that's technically that's the
Isn't-
moon.
Yeah.
Isn't
well,
isn't that a dog?
No, Pluto
Yeah.
the used to be planet, but now is a moon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a dog.
No, it was
yeah,
well, the dog was named after the planet.
yeah, for sure.
Oh.
But now it's a moon because apparently space changes.
can change things like that,
We
yeah.
we can change that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
I'm
Okay.
out.
All right.
Time,
Bye-bye.
time to call it a night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.